I believe we're all set to go, so I will give myself the audio check and then we will get started. Just hope everything sounds alright, of course. Alright, I believe we're all... And there it is. So, this evening I wanted to try something a little different as far as setting up, because I'm not necessarily happy with some of the ways that the stream has been looking, and I know one of the reasons is because my capture card is very old. It's a 6-year-old capture card now. I had to replace my original capture card that I got back in 2012 with a different capture card. Then in the middle of the end of my 2017 year, I had to swap that up because it wasn't working anymore, and so now this capture card has been with me for 6 years, but I think it's also getting past the point of its life expectancy, so I'll have to ditch it and pitch it before long. But tonight, after having the opportunity to get what was unquestionably the biggest kill of the game so far, and a whole bunch of deaths also were included within it, we have now successfully brought the Sandbreck Empire to an end. But that doesn't mean that problems aren't still going to arise, because there are still players out there who want to play this game and not for the right reasons. So tonight, we're going to hope to make the beginnings of the process to start taking them down too. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI Live. Hope that all of you have been enjoying the day so far, and so we're going to pick up where we left off at the end of the previous episode by going over to Otto.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
He's still going to be chilling out here, and of course, a lot of things changed, including the skies are now starting to get dreary.
Did you see that?
Which means things are going to be happening, and they're going to be happening soon.
What do you make of them skies then?
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
Wow.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project.
Yeah, that's still going on.
Their way the moment the winds turn foul. Still waiting on a reply though.
Hopefully we get one.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
Hey Luna, welcome to the stream.
What
Glad
do
to have you with
suggest
us.
we do?
Oh no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be
Sure.
that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
I suppose not. Let's go ahead and take the opportunity to chat with them. Yeah, Vivian, I know you're around here somewhere.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that
I blame
you are to
Sandbreck.
blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
Me neither.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
Hopefully not with revenge on their
I
mind.
hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
Nope.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Then tell us about them. What's happened since all this went down and we defeated Bahamut?
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock.
I
And
guess
those
as they
that
were always
hang
meant to be,
from the
right?
people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves.
Oh,
And
great.
amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire.
More or less.
Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble.
Cowards.
Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos.
Yep.
It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
So how are we gonna stop it? Or can we even?
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Martial law, in other
Which is
words.
only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
None but us. Well, at least we know how things are going from her perspective. Let's see how things are going from Harpocrates' perspective. Oh, for Genshin Impact. To be honest, I'm not even really thinking about it. I guess because I'm so focused on playing this right now. Yeah, that comes up in a couple of weeks, right?
Is a storm coming soon?
Hi there, Harp.
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
How did you
Is
know?
there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I.
Do tell.
And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible.
Wouldn't be surprised.
He has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts.
That's too
Had I
bad.
the Journal of Moss the Chronicler,
I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me.
Guess he
I
needed to do a better job
Certainly
backing up his
not.
hard drive.
There is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
Yes, indeed.
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Alright then. Yeah, Moss, you need to back up your hard drive, dude. Ah. Okay, got it. Yeah, whether or not I'll actually show it on Twitch, I'm not yet certain. All right, Otto,
Clive, we have a problem.
tell me about
Only
it.
one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of
jeez.
monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It pours.
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only 2 people who can.
And you're looking at him.
Let them know we're on our way.
Guess we know what we're doing next. Progress on certain quests is temporarily limited. Go to 3 different places in the world. And that we shall do. Before I do, though, I will make it a point to let you guys know I have now maxed out my Phoenix Shift ability, so I have it mastered, along with Rising Flames. Also, as well, I've mastered out Gouge and also Deadly Embrace, because those are the abilities that I'm using the most. So, I am going to be looking at getting some of the abilities on Bahamut unlocked, but the big question for me will be, since I can only use 3 of the icons at a time, who would I swap out? Because no doubt in my mind that Bahamut would be quite powerful, as Bahamut would be. But getting to 2,700 points to get Giga Flare, that's going to take a long time. So I will switch over to Bahamut. It's just a question of when and who will I swap out for him. So let's start going to the 3 different places that are in dire need of help. We'll go from closest to further away, starting with Martha. So where's the problem?
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Sounds like things have already been pretty bad around here.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
Yeah.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest.
Alright.
Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
Something tells me you'll be right. Round 1.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
And more, yeah. So let's do it. Gotta go across the bridge to get to this one.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
You see the defenses that have been erected. Yeah, he sprints just as he's getting to one of the staked barriers. Yeah, obviously because she'll either be next or she'll be last. We pretty much have known this for a long time now.
Clive, wounded.
But in the meantime,
We deal with the Akashic first.
yeah, we've got blasphemies to deal with. Let's do this. Starting out with a full-blown fire. Yeah, we're not wasting any time just taking these animals to task. And that was enough to give me a new trophy. Oh, that was good. Now switch over. Oh, that down thrust is so good. And so is this. Show me what you got, everyone. Almost to the end of this round. Luna.
It's over.
So we'll add that.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Yeah, how
Forgive
do
me,
you
my
know his
lord.
name?
There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Oh, with Sir Wade,
Wait,
okay.
But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he?
Uh-oh.
Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you when on.
Okay, then. So, back at the inn.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble!
Oh, where's the trouble coming
Scouting party's
from?
almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Then I better get in there.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Alright. Let's go right back out. Now we gotta fight from the other side. Yeah, people are trying to make sense of it all. So down we go. That's obviously the people who need help. And yeah, they've seen better days, and I think one of them is well and truly gone.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar.
Yeah.
Sir.
Do it before I stuff you in a trash can.
So wait. Lord Rosfield, if you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Are we
Martha
too late?
seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
Yeah.
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
What do we got here?
Damn it! We need to get the injured to
We
safety.
got blighted,
Do you think we can hold them off?
various different
certainly
types
try.
of adamantoids.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Of course he is.
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Let's do it. Away we go! In fact, since we have Limit Break, why don't we just use it now? Here we go. Burn it all! Oh, look out there, Adamantoid. This time, disrupting your play. And kicking you around a bit. Boom! In your face. Reel him in. He's down. Crack that shell of his. We're not holding back with that gouge. Right in the face. Some more enemies join in. Reel him in again. Yeah, we really need to get things dealt with here. Now we're taking our eyes off the prize. There's a very good reason for that. You're turning yourself into a whirling dervish. Alright, big guy's down again. Let's burn things. Punch it in your face for the kill. There we go. More sharp fangs, more magic dash. Blade for what?
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Oh, hi, Martha.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down East Pool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Oh, jeez.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Guess we gotta.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Okay. Gotta go to East Pool now. Can I get there from the local map? No, too far out. I can, though, just fast travel myself to the obelisk. Oh, it is from Honkai? Okay. Let's do it. So over to this bridge.
Just patch me up.
Let's get in there and deal with it. As we see more barriers, we see goblins just walking around them like it's nothing. Yeah, they are not at all bothered by this. So we'll have to teach them a lesson.
Arthur and the others won't be ready.
Oh, there's a bravery in there. We all know that they're in there somewhere, then they're just taking a ride. Pow! Chocobos too? Oh, game! You're gonna contaminate the chocobos also? Yeah, I call animal cruelty. We need PETA. Yeah, this hurts, man. It's just a chocobo.
This
And then we'll just punch you. Okay, still something out there. Yeah, you're far away from everything else. Jill drew you away. Now you gotta deal with me. Whoa.
something's coming.
Yeah, the screen blacked out. I was like, why? Because now we got another big wave.
Did I miss anything?
Looks like you're only just here now for the main event.
Shall we?
Let's do this. We've got an Armin now to deal with. And all of his little friends. Ah. Yeah, and I'm a little too eager about wanting to use my my big right hand, or in this case, my big left hand. Oh, well, I was about to say, what the heck was that? Well, in any event, 12,000 points. Okay, so that was my whirlwind. Let's reel you in. And another stagger just really quickly. This time I won't miss. This time we nailed the wind-up. Now, finish him off with that. Yeah, that was a dominating victory on our part. And that adds to our crafting total. Whew.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
For now.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Yeah, we gotta go. So back over at the rest.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
And not a moment too soon either.
When you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Glad we come to an arrangement. I'm not gonna shake on it, she just walks right off. Well, anyway, the quest is complete. First of 3 done. Also got a Guardian Scarf.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Oh.
Oscar, over here.
Oh, yeah, the Grouch.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Oh.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Me neither.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well,
go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
oh,
Yes,
what are you gonna
go
say?
ahead. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest.
Yeah, plus
Spending
considering what
time
we're
in the
doing, this
company
is
of
gonna
an
be too
outlaw
dangerous
hardly
even for
seems
someone
a
like
fitting
you.
Education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are. I mean to say that,
We know what you meant.
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire.
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
So now we have to deal with the charge.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Well then, now that that's established, we now have completed the check mark for Martha's Rest. So, it says party makeup has changed as well, so that means Oscar now officially fights with us. So if that's the case, let's now make our way over to Dalimil. I wonder who else we're gonna have join us. Wow, it's even darker around here. Oh, I was about to say, where's the quest icon? It's right here.
Cid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Not yet,
Jill.
anyway.
Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalimil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Sorry to hear
Any
that.
idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
Such as?
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Well, how
says by
about people
magic.
squabbling in the streets?
Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
And if not, then we'll just knock some sense into them.
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Hopefully they'll be more willing to listen as opposed to the people did in
Suppose we
Dalmekia.
just follow the shouting.
This is the final sting. As funny as that is,
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you.
yeah, stop it. Whoever you are.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself.
Yeah, take it
Come back when
outside.
we're ready to talk like adults.
And we just watch on. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I'll see you two again soon enough.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Let's find out.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Well, we could have kind of overheard you pretty easily.
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
And so let's see if we can do just that. Back outside. Gotta speak with Lubor again. Excuse me there, young lady. Oh, you came here to talk with Victor.
You see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
It certainly would.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake...
Yeah, what would he
let them
do?
choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal...
Oh, that's who they're called?
It
Okay.
may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
Which is?
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
I like the way you men
We
think.
have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
So what am I gonna do?
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Sure.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Okay. So first we're going this way.
Picture it, Conrad.
So here's Victor.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane?
Oh, we're pulling one over on them.
Commander of the Red Wings. The oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
And the Final Fantasy IV reference? Really?
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses?
I thought there were
must be
4.
2 score swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalam's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings?
Ouch.
That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I guess we'll find out
I
after.
can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you
Well-
call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Yeah, she was a little nervous at first, but she really got into the groove there and really played the role well.
Then let us band together
Meanwhile,
and show these
yeah, let's see what we can get out of Natalie Portman.
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
Hopefully she's not too averse to
It may
seeing
still be
me.
possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just
Hey,
telling
at
the
least
good
we're not
lady
the
of our
Underwoods.
conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It
I don't
is
sound very
worse
convincing.
than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
Exactly. So are you up
All
for it?
right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Yeah, I was not convincing at all.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
Yeah, she did.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
All right.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
Me neither.
I don't know.
It definitely was a house of
seem quite
cards, to
taken with
say
you.
the least.
Mummy, I'm scared.
So let's just turn on over to Victor and see what he has to say.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
No, it's not.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It
Oh,
appears
jeez.
they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
Guess
You're not
intervention is
serious.
required.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
Yeah, you're gonna need to deal with them.
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. Mistakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Yeah.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
Yeah, in other words,
We'll hold them off for as long
oversee
as we
everything.
And we will do the same.
Alright, we know what we're getting ourselves into. Let's do it. They're right outside. Bring them on!
The women folk have come to
I'll take that one.
I see you, and I'm gonna take you out. And all of your little friends are free to come along for the ride. Finish him! Then finish them. Let's just keep going and going. Yeah, they're just walking right into the storm. Yeah, you got protected, but it came at the wrong time. It wasn't enough to save you. Now, let's load up. Punch! Finish him! And more coming. Yeah, you were just getting whacked. Oh, the Sultan, huh? Some Sultan you are. Ah, you got me on the... Yeah, you got me on the back. Let's reel him in. Hands are cramping. He's staggered. He's taking my hands are cramping like crazy. It's a good thing I played Final Fantasy 14 these days. Because a game like this, if I just played it non-forever, would do a number on my hands. Yeah, you got a smoke screen, I got a wind screen. Oh! He's not so easily dissuaded. So he's staggered again, and he dies in the tornado. Get lifted up into the heavens and never return. Ooh, look at all that stuff.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
Let's go see.
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Because especially if they need reinforcements. Oh, and we're back at this spot. Well, not necessarily this spot, but the spot with these two. So now they see each other again.
Natalie, I owe you an apology.
Much better.
You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalimil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Well done.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
They both have.
They both have.
Yeah.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid.
Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah. And thus the quest is complete. And victory is ours, and is that enough for another level? No, it's just short. Alright, that's 2 down. This one went by a lot quicker, but in any event, what do you say we head on over? Because Northreach still needs help.
First we find Isabel.
So what are we gonna find in the aftermath of Sanbreck falling?
Saw it with my own eyes.
Well, if nothing else, the guards are gone. But there's still knights around.
4 left for more on the captain's orders. Only 2 came back.
Oh, wait a minute. Am I not in Northreach? Yeah, I am. I was about to say, where's the quest objective? It's over here. Yeah, something did not feel right there. Yeah, let's go back to where all the ladies are.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
People?
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Alright. Then let's do it. Yeah, that starts tomorrow. I've already been thinking about, for a long time, wanting to do some side videos about Final Fantasy XIV with the fan festival coming up. But I really wanted to do some videos that were like collabs, but finding someone to collab with would be basically nigh on impossible.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges.
Yeah.
But more than that, they are your people.
No, they're the
Your
Emperor's
sisters,
people.
Your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
If that's the case, why did you put on armor and wear a sword?
Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Try and convince them somehow. You know, without their emperor, kind of in a bad way.
To arrive so quickly, and sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
Yeah, more or less.
We'll talk to the survivors.
So let's see what they have to say. So with an injured soldier who's not wearing his armor.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Yeah, don't worry, we got your back, man.
They're still in the capital.
It's all right.
So meanwhile over here.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
Yeah, we'll find him.
At least we have an idea of
That's what it takes. That's what we'll do.
We should head
Make for more. There's a obelisk at Moor, right? No, there's not. Okay, I thought there was. I guess we're hoofing it. Oh yeah, definitely there, Luna. Yeah, there are things that I've been wanting to do as for videos about Final Fantasy XIV. Like, I've already done a few years ago when the original Final Fantasy XIV had gotten to 10 years. I did the videos on why I made my main Mikote, also why I played Dragoon as my main. But I'd also love to be able to collab with people and talk to them about how they got into the game, what motivated them to play, how long they've been playing, what's convinced them to stick around for as long as they have. I'm really interested in speaking with some of the bards that I've been having do picnics for my RP cafe. So that's, I could find out, maybe I could see how the bards are able to control so many characters at once to perform the music that they do, because what I've found really interesting is that a lot of the people who have their own bands will create a whole bunch of other alternate characters on free trial, and then they will come and work together and work all the instruments for the bard band at once on multiple characters. But I'm always curious how they do that, because you can only have one window active when you're playing the game. So trying to figure out how someone would in that situation would be able to make a band work like that is something I'm really curious about, and I think would be great material for the game, for a video. Oh, for a moment I thought that was a person. It's just a lantern. Yeah, where exactly do we find what we need to find? It does allow me to go outside. Maybe it's on the perimeter. Oh, I do see something. Yeah, let's kick it up a notch. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, get her in contact with me. I'd love to be able to work with some people like that. Oh, you're just flying away. Yeah, you're definitely blowing up right now. Limit break. See if we can stop this bomb from blowing up. And that's the level. There's 36. Oh, still going. We're still going. So another wave is here. Punch.
This one.
Let's put him to shame right now. Yeah, that's not an issue there, Luna. Alright. So let's go back over to more, because apparently that's not the way we were meant to be. Yeah, the way they were indicating it as like maybe it's just on the outside of the city. It's just barely on the outside of town. So yeah, what we need's got to be around here somewhere. Yeah, where can we find what we need? This place is now well and truly a ghost town. See, everywhere I see a plume of blue smoke, I think maybe that's part of what I'm looking for. Oh, we can't jump into there. Yeah, that quest icon's gotta be around here somewhere. It's not indoors or anything. Yeah, the thing is that there are not many places, there are not many spots to look around in this town. And I can't jump up on anything. Where can we find this stuff? I thought that might be a person too. No, it's just a bunch of sacks. Yeah, where is what we need? Yeah, I'm really shocked I've not found the indication. Yeah, I want to check outside to see if it's on the perimeter again. Up here. Okay.
With me.
Yeah, I go into the town and find nothing. The moment I leave the town the second time, all of a sudden, now we do find enemies. Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, that's why I did it the first time.
Should I try?
I imagine I'm gonna have a lot of fun with you. Yeah, put these fools down. Oh, before you get that off. Yeah, good thing I stopped that, but not forever. It was you who was responsible. Oh! Yeah, I just launched you into space. And now we have a lich. Apparently I only have eyes for the lich! Well, it's the perfect time for them to break, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, you're gonna cause a whole bunch of problems, I can tell. Play over this way. Alright, we got him stunned. Pound away! Punch! And then a little burn for 30,000 points. Oh, gonna kick you. As long as I can keep him in the whirlwind, he'll keep taking damage here. And now I can slow him down. Boom! I see more coming, but it stopped. Hey there, Bubba. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. That's a lot of ash. That is a lot of ash.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
Yes, we should. So, back over in Northreach.
You have the town's thanks.
You're welcome.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yeah, you ready to step up?
Lady. The garrison will be ready.
Felicia has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Of course.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Alright.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems.
No, of course
But it
not.
has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
You're welcome. And there we go. Add on to the tally.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
I agree. Time to head on back to our base of operations. So, upon our return, let's see what Otto has to say about this.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What did they see?
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Nothing has changed.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point.
Of course.
Now's not the time to second guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
That is good
you,
news.
Otto.
I approve of this good news. Yeah. Shall we finally have some proper face-to-face time with Joshua?
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Yeah, I'm in that same
Reached out to
situation.
him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
At least the prince is still alive, though.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Tell us everything.
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
He does call you Mythos.
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason.
Is it why he was rejected by Phoenix?
All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
Yeah, you can use multiple.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there.
Nope.
The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
That's how you were saved by him in the first place.
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What are you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Here he goes, coughing up blood again.
Joshua. Clive.
Man.
It's Gav.
What's going on with
Army
Gav?
of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Yeah, right when we're trying to help out Joshua here and he's coughing up blood.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities.
Yikes.
The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And soon.
We shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Hold the line!
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map.
And where are
Look
these
here.
free cities?
This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Yeah, you're coughing up blood, man. Still.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Indeed we do.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll save who? I'll save you, man.
I'll look after him.
Alright, Joshua, welcome aboard. But before we go do any of that, new quests are now available. We have reached that point, so let's go and see who needs my help. 2 people need it, as usual. So since this one appears to be the closest, we'll start with this one. Kitchen Head Molly, nice to meet you.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
You too?
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a
Playing
hand.
favorites? Oh, come on, Molly.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's
What?
one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yikes.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
Gotta go back to Hippocrates.
Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Hippocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And
You can
if he
tell Clive
I'll
does
see
not
if I
want to
can
do
find
this.
your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Among other things. Not to be outdone. I suppose so. And as it turns out, the person who has the other quests just happens to be here. But let's speak with Harpocrates first.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never failed to make my mouth water.
Wow.
Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Well, at least we have something to fall back on.
How very Sandbrequois.
Yeah, very Sandbrequois indeed.
The disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast.
So we gotta go there too.
I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach then.
Best
to
of luck,
Northreach then.
And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
You got it there, Harpocrates. Alright, back to... Oh. And now that's unlocked. Yeah, that's the beginning of the routes to the Free Cities, but first things first. Oh, hold on. Oh, we're doing that again. Oh, man. Yeah, we gotta force the advancement, even though we've placed priority on the quest for going to Northreach, but no, they demand I go over here. So let's have a look at the beginning of the road to our next destination within the main story. And Torgal keeping Joshua company. Yeah, hang in there, young man. As the next chapter, Cloak and Dagger, begins.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
Wow.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Well, before we do... And now everything is unlocked again. This game is weird, man. Alright, go. Yeah, we've already ascertained that we cannot find an obelisk nearby more, so we gotta manually go there. And so we shall. So let's get out of the city and then find out where these things are. Keep up the good work, gentlemen. Yeah, I see those things flying around. Is this stuff I have to fight? It is. So let's go ahead and burn these things. Punch the face.
What you said I should look to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby.
Well, we'll find this after we're doing our little Mortal Kombat. Yeah, let's see what you can do there, Joshua, while you're completely wounded. And where's the other opponent? Hiding way back here. There we go. It's like, why are we still considered in combat? Oh, sorry, Jill. Okay, there's the target.
Company.
This must be our wyvern.
Here we go. Before you get off the ground. Oh, he got off anyway. And also, I can now use full limit break and also everything else. You're in there somewhere. Even though you're hurting me, I'm hurting you. Oh, that's Joshua's little fancy move. Punch it in the head. 24,000 points. A significant amount of damage already inflicted. Well, here we go again. Reel it in. Punch. Finish it off. Woo! There's our raptor liver. We also got a dragon talon.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Let's make our way to where it should be. Somewhere in the general area. How about over here? Alright, bonnet.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Alright, that's taken care of. Heading on home. So let's see what she thinks. And hopefully it's satisfactory to her.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
We did.
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
So here you go. Make the most of it.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Black wyvern liver. And a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess.
You stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do.
Do it.
Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Have at it, Ivan. It's not the dogs, man. It's not going over so well. Got him on his knees.
So, not fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish.
Really?
It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
Dude, are you high?
Likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Apparently so.
Decent. It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
I'll give it some thought. As if to say, how about no? Alright, there we go. That's done. So that cleared off. Let's see the other side quests that's currently available. Over the door. So this time we have to speak with Tutor Shirley.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed
How
them
did she
to
do
teach
something
the little
like
ones
that?
about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Exactly.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I hope so.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Well, then let's have a talking to with them. And another quest has popped up. Alright. So there's more to do tonight. That's awesome.
Seems the hideaway is.
So let's head on to the opposite side. Oh, it's not quite through here. No, looks like we're gonna have to go around a little. How far exactly? Oh, we gotta go that way, alright. Then let's head left. And hope that we're going in the correct direction because this place is still a bit confusing to me. And Delphine, you did not hear wrong. All you've heard is true.
What do you reckon we should do?
Alright, Jocelyn. Looks like the skull is broken.
Sid! Out of your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
It was.
Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
All three of these poor
We're
kids are branded
sorry.
too.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Dismembered?
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Middledore? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Ninja-neer?
Said, the best way to see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well, then your work is already half done.
Yeah, how do you put it back
About
together?
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to intervene here.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Alright, inspect.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Middledor's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, And each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
So yeah, we see the chains. Oh, we have to look at each item. Okay.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
Learn how to fix
I'll
this
think
first.
about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track.
And so now we gotta look at the pans.
These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. Pans aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goots?
Oh my god!
Well spotted.
Oh wow!
Hold the chains up in turn.
Dude, really? Oh, that got a laugh out of me.
This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Minidole's dungeon is full of them.
Dungeon?
Most on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
My fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult.
Well, it's only difficult if we can actually make it work.
So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Is it? Looks pretty good to me.
Yes, we did it.
Or more like Clive did it.
Help.
Yeah.
Let's put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Minidole's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididole and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Yeah, I'm sure she would appreciate that. Yeah, that is so creepy seeing kids with the brains on their faces.
The cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Actually, there's a reason why it's there. You probably haven't realized it yet. Well, in any event, let's head on back. Yeah, that's supposed to be the counterweights. So let's head on back over and let Shirley know we were successful. I don't know, what did we see? Hi, Joshua. And so up we go.
There's a storm coming, Sid.
Back to Shirley.
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Ah, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see.
Hopefully they won't be so
Sid,
heady as she is.
Do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
I don't think it is.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow.
No wonder she was so desperate to get out of there.
She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
And there's not a doubt in my mind that that's true. Alright. So add another 900 experience points. Thank you, Shirley. And now there's one more to take care of. So we ran past this person earlier, so let's see how we can help them this time round. Oh, it turns out it's Goots. For an eye for an eye, huh?
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, what are you two up to?
Means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
With
it's
what?
Alright. You can tell me.
Yeah, out with it, man.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like... Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
I'm not afraid of a lashing.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Let's do it then. Alright, big boy. Let's do this. So around the corner and see what's going on.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at?
Yeah, she can see
Not
through
once
anyone in a
5 long
heartbeat.
years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
I just asked one question.
Asking.
Dude, really?
Out of interest.
Just jump to conclusions.
All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you?
Can't be too careful.
I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Well, the way she treats everyone, like I wouldn't even take her lightly at all. Alright, Goots, are the fears alleviated?
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. While it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
No, I guess not.
I'm going to find out.
Pretty
that
good.
Trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Gonna try and
Sure
shake it
that's
out with
wise?
them?
Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
But
right.
that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
I suppose it is. Time to go back to Dalimil. Alright then. Okay, that's what it's gotta take. At least the journey isn't far. Our destination, that's how far that is. It's over 600, nearly 700 away.
It shouldn't be too hard to find Goots.
No. Big guy like that, it's hard to miss. So, round the corner. And there he is, right there.
I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
Reaper?
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil?
Just out in the open?
Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Guess we're about to find out.
I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
Alright.
You too, Goots.
You too, Goots. Yeah, the light keeps changing off and on over and over again.
Fuck.
Yeah, where's the best way for me to go to... Okay, so yeah, it is going this way.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Alright.
What a mess.
So through here. And then we can make our way to our destination.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Back into the deserts.
Time
Oh, is the person
Viper's Nest.
around here? Well, we're fading to black, so clearly it's the case.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one.
And if I
Boys,
choose neither?
he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
So that's what it's coming down to, huh? Well then. And one of you is wielding an axe. Go! But when I say go, I mean get blown away. And let's get juggled, baby! And then incinerated! Iron muscle, huh? Well, maybe you can drown in there. Take a bath. As Jill does her thing, and then we rip them a new one. There's a healer among them. Who is the culprit? Where? Still looking. And yeah, now we can deal with you for real. Yeah, I knew that was never gonna end until someone finally showed themselves to me. Yeah, we're just kicking you around, launching you, doing all sorts of awesome things. Keep that going. Just the one left, and there he is. That's that for them. Yeah, look at all the materials I'm picking up.
Oh, you've done it now.
No, you have.
Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
Call me Sid.
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well,
It's called having friends.
go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone. Before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
Who's the real coward?
Right now.
Yeah, let's take it back. So upon our return.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough.
How?
For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
Yeah, I can take care of this guy for you if you
He's
want.
gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you.
But he has one with you.
Your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna stand his ground this
I
time.
don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
And with a big guy like him, you better make sure you get it done.
All of you.
Oh, what the? Karen? What the hell are you doing here?
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs. You
bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Is this where I intervene? Wait a minute, did you just trip him up?
Goose, you...
Oh, Goots.
If you want a piece of Nan,
Yeah.
you'll have to go through me.
You want to take on the big boy?
You great galoot.
Hey, he was
To
willing
the
to do
way
that
I
for
can
you.
handle this myself. So, wet legs.
Remember
Remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise
Oh,
words.
jeez.
That. Wise words. And now it's time to collect.
Oh, well, driver. Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? So she can't get her hands dirty when she needs to. Yikes.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was.
Yeah, now that he's lost an eye or
It's easy going
something.
through life, one eye short of a pair.
Yeah.
After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice.
I
Busted to
noticed
old
now.
Rat Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Yeah, holy cow. Karen has a glass
Remind me
eye.
never to cross you, Karen.
Or anyone else. Yeah, let's head on back. Scary. Well, those were certainly 3 side quests, weren't they? And one of them got a little more graphic. And so now that we're back home.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Yeah.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
I guess he's gotten emboldened
I won't let
with
you
everything
down.
that Clive's been doing.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
Nope.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course.
So I'm glad you can appreciate something there, Karen.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Unless inflation kicks in. Anyway. There's another quest down. And one that got a little darker than usual is we got a continental censor. Yeah, there we go. Looks like we've got all the regular side quests cleared off for this round here at the Hideaway. So since we're past 2 hours, I think this is the perfect time to bring things to a close for tonight. Given everything that we've been through, I'd say we definitely have a lot to go through now, given that we've had to save some lives and help out people who we've helped out before, but now with the Akashic going on and everything that they're dealing with, we have definitely got our hands full for when we make our way over to Canver at long last. Or we gotta get to Tabor first, and then we gotta get to Canver. So as far as I know, it's gonna get quite interesting as we progress, but looking forward to doing that all for all of you on Saturday, and we will proceed from there and see how much further we can get now that Joshua is finally teaming up with us. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XVI Live. See you back here on Saturday as Joshua, Jill, and I head off to Tabor, then hopefully off to Canver to try and see if we can't bring a little order to the place. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.